So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to talk about 3 interesting PlayStation 5 stories, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. Now, the stories I want to dive into today includes exciting updates ahead confirmed for Helldivers 2, Xbox first-party title Elder Scrolls 6 on PlayStation 5, and the PlayStation 5 Pro presentation and specs reveal. First, yes or no, have you played Skyrim or not? That's the last major Elder Scrolls title, and we're going to talk about the next one in a sec, but before that, I'm curious if you guys are fans of Skyrim or not. So comment below yes or no if you've played Skyrim or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, Xbox major first-party title Elder Scrolls 6 coming to PlayStation 5. Reading from Fandom Wire, the Elder Scrolls 6 will be available on PlayStation 5 day 1. The game was announced back in 2018, and after 6 years, Bethesda has not shown any other trailer or sign on the state of the game. According to Tom Warren from The Verge in the Xbox Era podcast, the Elder Scrolls 6 will come out day 1 on PlayStation 5. From a business point of view, this makes a lot of sense since the announcement of the game was before the acquisition, and the sales will be very well received. There is a possibility that this will not happen, but Tom Warren is a very reliable source. So this created a whole rift over the weekend with familiar debates that you've seen before, questioning the credibility of the source and why it makes sense or why it doesn't, etc. It's the usual conversations. To avoid that, obviously, I went and checked out the podcast myself to try to find out where Tom Warren said this, and I found it, and Tom Warren isn't really confirming anything. He isn't citing any source. He's just speculating on, he's guessing that this would come to PlayStation. That's really it. This is also isn't crazy considering, again, like the article states, this was announced before the acquisition of Bethesda, and the franchise has historically been multi-platform, so I wouldn't be surprised if it comes to PlayStation 5, or depending on how long this takes, PlayStation 6. We'll see, of course, how this goes, and if PlayStation fans even want the next Elder Scrolls title. I don't know if you guys even want that, but yeah, we'll see how this goes. Now, diving into the second story of the video, exciting updates confirmed. So this was a fun and happy story to read about, so there's several things to go over here. Helldivers 2 has recently just been a successful juggernaut, with week over week the game reaching more and more people, and more people making videos of them enjoying the game, and that in itself sells more copies of the game to more people. The game recently seems to have surpassed 3 million copies sold. This comes from the CEO of the Arrowhead Games, who replied to a fan saying that the game probably sold almost 3 million copies at this point, which was on Saturday, with the CEO replying with a finger up emoji and eyes. So this was interesting because to me this looked like he was confirming what the user above him was saying, but I've seen some suggest that he's saying the sales are actually higher than what the user is suggesting, so higher than 3 million, and I can see that as well. I just don't know why we have to guess at this and speculate here, why Sony themselves don't just give us these sales numbers. Either way, the game is seemingly over 3 million copies sold at this point, whether that's much higher than 3 million or just a bit over 3 million at this point. Beyond that, with all the success we've seen for the game, the CEO recently stated this: "I'm really happy and proud of the Arrowhead Studio team for an amazing achievement. The servers handled all Helldivers 2 players this weekend without problem. Now we have time to focus on improvements to the title and resume our original plan. Many exciting things upcoming." So the studio recently bumped the server concurrent player max count to 800,000 players all at the same time, and this, alongside kicking out AFK players, helped the studio manage the amount of people trying to get in and play the game. I was able to play the game this weekend, no problem as well. Now, what I'm more interested in are the exciting updates to come. People have theorized new factions will be coming, increasing that background lore that the game has. I'm sure this means more weapons, more cosmetics, the next war bonds battle pass, whatever you want to call it. This is Sony's first successful games as a service title, and I'm excited to see what they do for seasonal updates. I'm excited for whatever updates they have coming to the game, but I love seasonal updates. I love that aspect of online games, combining what's happening in the real world with, stuff that's going on in the game. We'll see what we get now that things have seemingly stabilized and content planning is back in motion. But you guys let me know if you've been playing Helldivers 2 and doing your part or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you're enjoying the video so far, definitely hit that subscribe button and join our growing community on our way to 150,000 subscribers. And now diving into the final story of the video, the PlayStation 5 Pro presentation and specs reveal. Reading from PlayStation Universe, with rumors rife that Sony will launch the PlayStation 5 Pro later this year, Sacred Symbols' Colin Moriarty has claimed that first and second party developers have gained access to specs for the console based on what they're aiming for with this mid-cycle refresh. I was told explicitly by someone that works at a mid-sized third-party publisher that they were given a presentation for the PlayStation 5 Pro, and I understand that first parties and second parties have already had access to the spec of what they're aiming for. So I've seen some excitement going around for this morning, but I will note that we've heard that developers have this dev kit at this point. First party have probably had it for a bit right now at this point, or a while at this point. Major third parties supposedly started getting dev kits in December of last year, according to Tom Henderson. Red Gaming Tech recently spoke about devs getting NDAs, so devs seemingly have this thing at this point, a good chunk of devs. So this is definitely exciting to hear from Colin as well, with anything related to PlayStation 5 Pro being exciting. But I think at this point we're past developers getting presentations and target specifications, but rather the console dev kit is in their hands, especially if this thing is launching later this year. Either way, I'm just watching the price right now, with Sony seemingly pointing towards difficulties with decreasing the price of the current PlayStation 5. Where does this leave the price of the PlayStation 5 Pro? We'll see how that goes later this year, but you guys let me know what price you think the PlayStation 5 Pro will be. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with "It is a new week." I'm excited for what's to come with every new week, especially this week, because this morning we had PlayStation 5 Pro report that we just spoke about in this video, and Nintendo Switch, a new Nintendo Switch 2 report coming out as well. I'm excited to see what else we get. I don't know when Sony's gonna start talking about first party, because we've been waiting a while for that. I'm hoping that comes in May, and maybe we start hearing rumors before that. But either way, putting the rambling to the side, it's a new week. I'm excited to see what we get if this week is starting off like this. If you are as well, destroy the comment section with "It is a new week," and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.
Got another trick up your sleeve.